After I made this last video, my father kind of prompted me to do what I needed to do, and that meant do everything that I should do as the person that I am. As I said, I am an earth angel. You ask, what is an earth angel? I'm not a celestial being, if that's what you're thinking. No. But I have all of the qualities and then some of my counterpart, which is celestial beings. I mean, they were created the way that I am created. Like, I didn't have to be taught anything, like as far as like love and giving and things like this. It just comes naturally for me, and it always has. I mean, since I was young, it's always been that way. It's never, I mean, I was taught as a kid like everybody else, but it really didn't have to be taught to me because I already knew what it was all about. Okay, as far as that's concerned, as far as like being an angel. You know, angels are here to guard us, to help us, and things like that. And that's exactly what I knew in my heart to be, even when I was young. You know, I knew that I was that. And I've always been told that. Oh, you're such an angel, blah, 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 blah. But honestly, it wasn't just a figure of speech, it was the actual truth. I am an earth angel. I'm an empath, which also kind of coincides with being an earth angel. I mean, they're almost one and the same because it comes in the same package, basically. I've always been that way, and I will always be that way. I had some lessons that I needed to learn, which I did learn, but I'm always learning. I mean, I'm not without fault here. I would never say that I am. But one thing that my father prompted me to do, and I'm just going to have to go ahead and do it, because this will actually be the last for a long time of, you know, talking about negative people, because I'm not hooked on negative people. I just try to keep, if you're a positive person, I try to help keep them away from you, and how to identify those people, because a lot of them are very good. I mean, they wear disguises and stuff, just like the superheroes' counterparts. They wear disguises too, and they come around and they try to act like you, and they try to mimic you and what you do and that, but they are definitely not your friends, and you have to know who those people are. But this is talking to my very own, because like I said, the three witches of my younger years, they exist now, but in different bodies. Okay, if that makes any sense to you at all, it should. And they still do crummy bad things in the darkness, trying to elude my Father. And because you don't know my Father, and you don't care to know my Father, you might even think that you're holier than thou, that nothing can touch you, and this like that. Okay, well, keep believing what you are believing, but I am compelled to do what I am told to do. So, in the words of Matthew 18 through 20, I bind you, number one witch, and you know who you are because you always take the lead in everything that goes on. I bind you. I bind you in heaven as it is on earth. Upon the earth you are bound. You are binded forever. And if you continue to do even one more time, to do anything to any of us, you will be bound to the life that you have right now. I know you're not going to listen to that. Those are the words of my Father. I have nothing to do with that. But he said, my people will know my voice. And you're definitely not one of his people. So you need somebody like me, the voice of reason, the voice of truth. You could laugh. And like I said, if you're watching this, go ahead and laugh too. Because the same will come upon everybody that has that laughing in them. Oh, ha, 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 he's crazy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. But you know who I'm talking to. Number one witch, I bind you upon the earth, the same as you are bound in heaven. Number one witch, I bind you upon the earth as you are bound in heaven. Number one witch, I bind you upon the earth as you are bound upon the earth. I bind you from hurting yourself, and I bind you from hurting other people. Number one witch, I bind you for hurting yourself or hurting any other person, including myself, upon this earth. Number one witch, I bind you from doing any more hurt to yourself or hurting any other person, including myself, upon the earth. And so it is, says my Father, Yeshua HaMashiach. Number two witch, I bind you upon the earth as you are also bound in heaven. Number two witch, I bind you upon the earth as well as you are bound in heaven. Number two witch, I bind you upon the earth as well as you are bound upon this earth. Number two witch, I bind you from hurting yourself and hurting other people. Number two witch, I bind you from hurting yourself as well as hurting any other person upon this earth, including myself. Number two witch, I bind you from hurting yourself as well as hurting any other person upon this earth, including myself. Number two witch, I bind you from hurting yourself as well as hurting any other person, including myself, upon this earth. Number three witch, I bind you upon this earth as well as binding you in heaven. Number three witch, I bind you upon this earth as well as you are bound in heaven. Number 3, which I bind you upon this earth as well as you are bound in heaven. Number 3, which I bind you from doing harm to yourself as well as anyone else upon this earth. Number 3, which I bind you from harming yourself as well as harming anybody upon this earth, including myself. Number 3, which I bind you from hurting or harming yourself or harming anybody upon this earth, including myself. Now that I'm done with that, I want to say to you all that I love you so much. Love yourself. Love my Father God, and by all means love each other, people. Until the next time, love, peace, and soul.